what is the good news?
So the good news is
Put the money in my hand. Let me hear it.
I don't have any good news. I said it was a good story. Actually, it's just a story. So what I was working on is our next guest. I had been asked by his handler, I guess, whether he should come 1 p.m. Monday 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. or Tuesday 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Please don't even tell me.
And I just saw the Monday 1 to 4 p.m. part, and I just wrote back 1 p.m. It is, and she interpreted it as tomorrow, and I meant it as today. So I apologize. So
it's the story that I just said.
It's
basically
the story that you just said, which means we can go into the.
No, we're not gonna. I can't do this for another 3 hours. But what I can do. 3 hours of me talking is a lot. I mean, just those last two. I mean, even Kevin Hart doesn't do 3 hours of comedy.
Well, we haven't today. Where's my coffee?
It's to your right.
What?
Do you want to go?
I went live with this one. You can put that one back live. So we have things to do. Is we haven't done the. We haven't interacted with the audience yet today.
Okay, that should take up a good 10 minutes. So let's get right to that,
and then we have the movie review. We can update
hours.
everybody on the movie voting.
Okay.
And then maybe if we have some time,
we'll have some time.
And then we can get on to Lance's biggest. We can have a poll. Lance's biggest screw up so far on the show.
Well, this is definitely it. Only because you get mad at me when you think I cut your legs out for booking.
Well, I thought I had. I made a mistake.
Okay.
Life goes on. All right.
We should go backwards then, at least, right? Because people are wanting to hear themselves now.
Yeah, I guess that would make more sense. Okay.
Might as well get going.
Barb Best Right says you're so funny.
Thank you, Barb. Maybe this will turn into a comedy show at some point.
Speaking of which, I actually went to see Larry on.
Oh yeah?
On Saturday at the comic strip.
Oh nice.
Oh,
How
wow.
did you do?
I wish you could take your glasses off so I could actually see you shooting me.
We're all better off behind you. Well, only because I looked at my watch for a split second. I could have booked today's
I was
show,
like, wow, that was a nasty look through the glasses.
I could have booked. All right, go on.
Okay. Sarah Dunn Sapolsky says, I visited my daughter's pre-K class for Halloween this morning. So cute to see them with big kids.
Yeah.
Barb Best Right says, and you're a good mom, not just
Thank
that you're
you.
so funny. Linda Keglinski Mouser says, such a smart girl sharing with you the important things she did at school. My daughter did that too, was always so independent. Now she's a dentist.
Oh, I hope Harper turns into a dentist. With all the candy she's eating, she better. Today she's eating candy.
Tony Kendall, your number one dressing fan, says that he's happy that you lost the scarf.
Boy, you're really up to speed. Let me take my shirt off and see whatever. Thank you, Tony.
I'm going to wait for Tony's next comment. Okay. Karen Denise was asking why we were talking to people who we can't see. And
were we? Oh, because I'm talking to Lance and Connor, who are.
No, I think when we had the people on. So we keep the camera live.
Yeah.
During the breaks.
I'm trying to think if I can call anybody right now to come hang out with me. Again, interesting information I could have used, say, yesterday.
Yes, if I had
read the whole email.
If I had, our John from Cherry Hill says we can call him.
Awesome, John. Thank you.
Scott Halwarda says Happy Halloween, Wolfie Nut said.
Thanks, Scott.
Linda Gaglaski-Mouser says hi from PA. Jessica Clark says Happy Halloween, Jenna. Claudia Grantetti Troiano says hi from New Jersey.
We should do something really neat. Like, is anyone in Midtown Manhattan that's not a serial killer that wants to come hang out on the couch with me right now?
Maybe Connor. Connor, are you a serial killer? Yeah. Barb Best Right. How about some old Today Show friends?
They're all working right now.
They're all... Okay. Claudia Grandetti Troiano says hi from New Jersey. Larry Pullman says hi from North Dakota. Zachary Taylor says hi, Jenna. I met you when your dad had his man cave done at Home Depot.
Oh yeah. When I was at the Today Show, we did a cool thing. There was a show called Man Caves on the DIY Network. maybe it was on a different network. Anyway, we surprised my dad for Father's Day, and we basically, what do you call it? All the construction work. We turned the basement, renovated the basement, turned it into a man cave for my dad. By the way, my dad, like, literally, I love my dad. He's the best. He's also probably, like, I don't want to say he's the least masculine person, you know, but, like, he's into the least masculine, like, loves his tools, like, could spend an hour working on things, and he's great with that, but, like, he reads, like, you know, Danielle Steele when he's on the beach, but doesn't even read it. He listens to it in his ears. Like, how funny is that? Or, like, he, you know, he cries.
Like books on tape?
Books on tape. He used to cry all the time when he dropped me off at college. Like, my mom never cried. My mom was like, get it together, Bennett. He's just such a sweetheart. Anyway, they turned it into a man cave. Basically, all he cared about was his tool room. He was like, rawr! And then everything else. Like, he doesn't drink beer. He doesn't, like, smoke cigars. He's just sort of a regular cool dude.
And is that how, was he the one who took you more to, he's the one who took you more to Jamaica, to Haiti, right? Like,
my dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was that?
Wait, he took me what? I'm sorry.
Like, was he more like, sort of, like, into that whole kind of way of life, or like to be more like into the beach, like into the beaches? And
so he grew up in Puerto Rico, so
okay.
That was what he knew. He didn't speak English until he was like 15.
So he was just staying where he was.
Yeah, but he wanted to live. He went to he grew up. My parents sent him up to Worcester Academy in Boston to go to boarding school because they didn't want him to go through all of schooling down in Haiti. And then from there he went to Northeastern in Boston. And he would have been happy just staying in Boston and working. He was going to work for, I think, Shell or something. My grandfather asked if he would do him a favor, and they're moving the factory, closing it down in Puerto Rico, if he would move down to Jamaica with his new wife, Sheila, my mom, and live in Jamaica. And my mom had, like I said, never been on an airplane before. She had never left New York, or New Jersey, ever. And now she moved down to Kingston, Jamaica to live, like, for her whole life, to have babies and meet friends and, like, drive around on the island and learn it. And for anyone who's thinking it's like, oh, how great, like a tourist destination. No, like, they moved to Kingston. It's like any city, but a little grittier. So that's what they did. But my dad was always, like, the coolest. Speaks fluent Creole, speaks fluent French, speaks fluent, you know, Spanish. English, obviously. And I'm so much more like my dad than my mom. I love my mom to death, but, like, my dad and I would be so happy and so fulfilled, like, spending the rest of our days and lives, like, on a beach somewhere listening to reggae music, like, with that kind of way of life. And my mom and my brother are a little bit more set in my mom would love to watch, like, cooking shows and, like, the DIY network, and my brother is a doctor.
Someone's asking how many languages you speak.
Me? So I speak Creole and French. I mean, not fluently, but I can get along with anyone. I speak a little bit of Spanish. And then, like, a smidge of Hebrew, which I have forgotten most of at this point.
And English.
A little bit of English. I speak a little bit of English.
So 5.
So 5? Yeah, but can I get along with someone? I can speak to someone in Creole and French and English, and I can get along in Spanish. I guess I wouldn't say Hebrew.
Okay. Somebody here was saying that I was showing my age by referring to it as books on tape.
No, it is books on tape. What is it now?
They were saying it was audiobooks.
Oh,
which
I don't
actually,
even call
like,
it
audiobooks was a public. It was a public company. I actually had invested in it when it was a public company.
You want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
So I wrote the book Thinner and 30, and what you do with all these books now, I don't know if every publisher does it, but we have to do
You had to read it, right?
to read it, an audio, to make it an audiobook. So you go into this little studio, and they sit you down, and you have, like, a big pitcher of water, and obviously I had a cold, because it would have been too easy for me to just go in and read it without a cold. So, like, a Costco supply of tissues right next to me, and I sat there, and it was like sentence, 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 cough, sentence, 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 blow my nose, sentence. The process was supposed to take about 3 hours. It literally took us 3 weeks to get through the whole book, and then I had to go back because there was some issue and reread.
What was the issue?
One chapter. The issue was, I said, for more information you can refer to the PDF, but they hadn't made a PDF for this specific thing, so I had to actually read what the different listings things were, whatever it was. Otherwise, everything was in the PDF. But so the book, if you listen to the audiobook, it's like hoarse voice, hoarse voice, hoarse voice, and then, like, page 133, because I did that 3 weeks later, blah, blah, blah. And then other ways you could lose weight is by doing the following 8 things. And then the next page, because of it. So it's really funny. You could always tell when I went back into it. But yeah, it's books on tape, and my dad loves Danielle Steele.
God, there's actually this whole conversation going on about your sportscasting days in Philadelphia.
Oh yeah, I loved sportscasting in Philadelphia. They love their sports there. Wait, were they saying good things or bad things about me?
That they were just saying that they remember you from when you were doing the post-Philly
So I had a
games.
really shitty haircut in Philadelphia. Like, I get that.
What kind of haircut?
I mean, it was basically... I'll show you, man. Was that? Yeah. You want to see it?
Yeah.
You're going to die. I'll show you. I have it right here because I just found it. It wasn't the best haircut. And now I definitely can't use that haircut because my phone is having issues. I'm going to shut it off and put it on. So basically, it was super, super, super short. Pair that with a really, really not so feminine looking like way of dressing, like a suit with the collar up and over. Like I didn't know who I was or what I was doing at the time. But man, I loved covering. So I'm going to call it up as soon as it comes
All
up.
right,
I loved
somebody
covering
asking
sports
about
there.
whether Paul Jolowitz, you know,
Paul Jolowitz is the guy I told you. Love him. He's the guy, if you give him a sports, any athlete,
oh, he was the Wikipedia?
he'll tell you. Danny Ainge, 44, played third base for the Blue Jays. Then he played for the Celtics from 1984 to 1989. He's got 5 kids. Then he coached for the Phoenix Suns. Like, can do the whole thing. What are they asking about him? I want him to get on the show. He would be the ultimate guest.
Okay, so Paul Jolowitz.
But he lives in Philly.
Maybe he's free in a minute?
He could be. But wait, we have, what's his name coming in?
Yeah, we have Ocean. But no, at 2 o'clock we have,
Yeah.
So.
Oh, so we have, I was just kidding.
Oh, wow, somebody's trying to get me.
Get you?
Yeah, trying to say Mike something or another. I was going to go hunting for fishing.
I'm so lost.
It's like when people like try to get you to say, hey, how was Mike?
Oh.
So somebody's trying to get
the
me
way
to-
Bart Simpson used to do.
Right, like,
Is
so
it
there's
John
somebody
from
who's trying.
Camden?
No, John's actually
From
the one
Cherry
who.
Hill?
John from Cherry Hill is the one who knew the Paul Jolowitz.
So Jolly was a good friend of mine there. He's a lot to take. Super, super smart. Went to Penn. Then he decided, the Penn education is great. I'm going to be a stand-up comedian. Then he's a stand-up comedian. His sister, whose name is Jenna, happens to be a very successful stand-up comedian also. Then he's like, you know what? I love my sports much more. And then he works for WIP. It's a radio station. He's a
Oh, Whip, yeah, that's what they said. I didn't know what
Yeah.
Whip is.
Okay, so let me get this picture for you.
And John is giving us all the ethnic background information on him.
On Jolly?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Jewish also.
Yeah, Paul Jolowitz. He's very Jewish.
Right.
Oh, this is going to be so good when you see it. Listen, you are nothing without the ability to poke fun at yourself. I'm just going to put that out.
And I'm actually thinking I'm going to get made fun of, not just by myself, but by you later.
Oh, yeah. You're so good, Lance.
Imagine if I happen to say cinnamon twice during this segment.
No, forget that. It's all over. Where did it go? Who else? What else are people saying?
Oh, okay. So I thought you.
I'm looking for it, but we'll do it while
all
I'm doing
right.
this.
So we have.
By the way, I'm looking for a picture of myself from...
Linda Geklinski Mauser says, would have been great to have FIT send in some of their costume designers there today. Halloween would have been a perfect day.
Oh, you know what?
I'm an
We didn't
alumni
think.
of FIT.
Linda, that's
that
a
is
great
great
idea.
Linda Laifer at Gmail, Laifer at gmail.com. Any programming ideas you have, things like that. Actually, it
That's
occurred
a
to
great
me.
idea. You know
It
why?
occurred to
'Cause-
me just to sort of say how slow I am today, or in general. It occurred to me that next Tuesday is election day, and we might want to do a show on politics next Tuesday.
But I can't do 4 hours of politics because I would shoot myself. So we need 2 stand-up comedians and 3 politicians.
2 stand-up comedians
and 3 political pundits. What do you guys think about that? Out
Right,
there.
or
What does
actually-
John think? John and Tony Kendall. What do you guys think? Those are the
Tony's now happy that you removed your sunglasses.
Oh my God, Tony! Do you want me to wear any clothes at all? Just I'm wondering.
Well, we should actually contact FIT in general.
I know 2 people that go to FIT.
John is saying he would like that I take questions from the audience. John, that's exactly what we're doing right now.
Well, John, that's what we're doing.
That
Where
is
is this?
spot on. Yeah, there's between here and Facebook Live. So I'm going back and forth.
I can't find this picture. The problem is I have 13,480 pictures.
Fred Good Gold Gucci says.
What does Fred say?
Fred Cook Gold Gucci
It's a great name.
Says, nice city. I live in the big city, Chicago.
Hey, congratulations on last night's win, Fred. You needed it. I was nervous. I was actually afraid to look at my phone this morning. I didn't want to see if they...
This is an earlier comment from Tony Kendall. Oh man, I turned my head for 1 minute and Miss Jenna taking her scarf off.
You want me to put it
But
back
happy
on?
she took it off. Hello.
I'm happy to take it off and put it back on again.
Donna
All right.
Turner says, hi Jenna.
Hi, Donna. I'm looking
Jerry
for this
Dubeck says, I need to lose 20 pounds. What's the best way?
The best way is to take the one tip that worked for...
I'm sorry, and John's thing is running here. He meant that when guests are on the show,
Yeah.
he wanted me to take questions. Like there's a lot of running questions that come
Okay.
through here, and I'm
You wanna
always
know the
like,
truth?
should I interrupt them or
You
not?
want to know something? Sometimes I don't say, hey, are there any questions? Because I guess as someone with feelings, like I'm a little insecure that you're going to be like,
There's no one.
nope, no one has any questions. And then it makes me feel like no one's watching.
And sometimes like some of the comments might be inappropriate. So I'm just like, but on Periscope the comments run past you, so it's sort of like I have to see it, read it, and do it.
All right, so just get my attention and say we have comments.
Okay.
I'm only going to look for this for 10 more seconds because at this point I'm losing my mind. Go on.
Yeah, so we had this question about what's the best way to lose 20 pounds.
Honestly, so you're going to do it slowly, right? Because nothing's going to last if you overhaul your entire life. So I would say start with the first thing. The first thing you should do is no simple carbohydrates after 6 p.m. Okay, so no bread, no flour, no cookies, no sugar, nothing after 6 p.m. See if you can do that for a week. Who asked me that?
That was Jerry Dubeck.
Jerry, if you can do that for 1 week, come back and I will give you a second thing to do. You will see pounds literally start dropping off you. You want me to give you my spiel? 4 things. Here's the truth. If you can do just 4 things, but commit to doing 4 things, you will 100% lose weight. Everyone wants the quick fix. There's no quick fix, but this is the quickest fix you can do to lose weight shy of surgery, fasting, making yourself crazy on shakes and all of that. 4 things, just 4. Number 1, no simple carbs after 6 p.m. No bread basket, no pasta, no dessert. That's it. Have it all before 6. You can have whatever you want. After 6, no more. Give your body a chance to process it all before you go to sleep at night. Number 2, water. Half your body weight in ounces of water a day. Start with 20 sips in the morning. Wake up, boom, I'm going to swallow 20 times. 1, 2, 3. That's it. 20 times. And then work your way up to half your body weight in ounces of water. I weigh 120. That's 60 ounces of water I have to drink a day. Number 3, food logging. Write down everything you eat. I don't care what you eat. Write it down every day. If you have M&Ms, if you have chocolate pie, if you have pasta, whatever it is that you eat, write it down. And if you want, send it to me, okay? Because just the act of doing that, that's going to hold you accountable. Eventually, you're going to be like, you know what, I really don't want to write down that I took a spoonful of the leftover apple pie in the fridge. And that'll keep you from doing it. Trust me, it's accountability. Last but not least, walk 10,000 steps a day. Buy a $5 pedometer at any local pharmacy. Clip it on, 10,000 steps. It's about 4.5 miles. If you do nothing else, at least I know you're walking 4.5 miles. That's it. I'm not asking you to spend $1. I'm not asking you to on a food. I'm not asking you to spend $1 on a gym. I'm not asking you to hire a trainer, and I'm certainly not asking you to go on a diet. I'm telling you to do 4 things, of which you're basically already doing. Just do more or less of. You will definitely lose weight, a lot of weight. I put Jeff Rawson on this. He lost 23 pounds. Just for reference, Lance did 1 of the 4. He did 1. He stopped eating carbs after 6, basically, for how long? 3 months?
Well, no, I mean, that was my first step. I lost like 10 pounds on that step, and
just that alone. And eventually, you went up to like 30 pounds. So
I've lost 37 pounds so far.
It's amazing.
And I would actually say that the one thing that I learned from you that I think has actually helped me the most is picking things up.
Really?
Bending. I would actually say that is like the one thing I would want every single one. So every single kid in my family, I would want.
Is learning. So if I take this and I drop it on the floor, it's a little wet. If I take this and I drop it on the floor, right? So we could pick it up one of 2 ways. I could bend over and pick it up. That's the way we all pick things up. I'm like, I just literally put my tuchus to your face. We can bend over this way, right, and pick it up. Now I just dropped my shirt. Or we can bend over the correct way, which is literally bend down, pick it up, use muscles, burn calories. You could actually burn calories doing that. So when I used to be in the office at the Today Show, I would drop 20 paper clips every hour. Every hour I would drop 20 paper clips on the floor, and I would bend down and pick them up. Bend down, pick it up, put it down. Bend down, pick it up. Use my butt, use my thighs, use my quads. Use that. Those are the biggest muscles in your body. They will burn the most calories. Or if you don't want to do that,
that's the type of thing. Like if you just incorporate it into every
day, all day.
Instinct.
Well, you play golf.
Yeah, so when I golf, when I tee the ball up.
Yeah.
Okay, I do that. So I start like on one hole, I tee the ball up.
Yeah.
I do that. I get, when I get to my ball, I don't need to like line up when I'm bending down.
Yeah.
To when I'm hitting my shots from the fairway or the rough, wherever I'm in. But once I get the ball on the green,
yeah,
I bend down from behind the hole. I bend down in front of the ball. So there's two more bends. I also I have the flag, and I have to take the flag and put it back in. So I bend down, and I'm bend down when I bend down to pick up my putter or my other club if I have it on the green. So it's like on one hole, I bend down 6 or 7 times that way, times 18 holes.
But I want to show you guys something. Connor, you work out, right? Every day?
I try to get 5 times a week.
You're in good shape?
I'd say so.
Have you ever squatted? You've squatted?
Yeah.
Okay, come here. So come sit down. I'm going to show you something right now. We have time.
Yeah.
Believe me, if we have anything, we have time.
Thank you, Lance.
Thank you, Lance. Come sit right next to me. I'm going to show you guys something right now. Okay? Sit here. Legs are a little wider than shoulder width apart. Okay? So your knee is, I want your ankle directly underneath your knee. Okay? So we are going to stand up and sit down without making any noises. Okay?
That's not Larry. That is Connor.
That's Connor. Here's what I'm going to show you. This is something anyone can do. We're both in fantastic shape. I work out every day. I have a little bit of a cold. Who cares? Connor works out every day. We're doing this 50 times. It may be boring television, but I'm going to prove a point. Okay? Dude, you work out every day and you squat. We're doing 50 times. Ready? Watch. Go.
Every day.
Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Touch. 5. Touch. Sit down and stand up. Sit down. Stand up. Sit down. Sit down. Stand up. Sit down on the chair. Stand up. Sit all the way down. Stand up. Sit all the way down. Stand up. Down. Up. Here we go. 14. Up. 15. Up.
People are
16,
worried about Connor's heart attack.
17. He might. 18. 19. 20. Nice and low. 21. Good. 22. Come on. 23. 24. 25. Sit all the way down. 26. 7. 8. 9. Good. Give me 20 more. Here we go. Last 20. Good. 19. 18. Feel it?
Yeah.
17. 16. 15. 14. 13. Come on. 12. 11. Here we go. Last 10. 9. 8. Don't slow down. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Good. Okay, sit down.
Oh my God, that's tough.
See?
Yeah.
What did you
It's
do?
doable then. That's tough.
You just stood up and sat down in a chair.
Don't worry, they're calling 911.
Okay, that's all you did, right?
Yeah.
Squatted, right? You worked.
Yeah.
I bet you that was like, for some people, that was probably like 25, 30 calories to burn. It took like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
You didn't buy anything. You didn't subscribe to anything. You didn't like have to go anywhere, right? So sitting down here, people always say, oh, I don't have time. Really? 3 minutes? Try doing that 5 times a day.
Yeah.
And you'll feel it. You'll really feel it in your glutes and in your quads, right?
Yeah.
Harley's asking why, that's great information, but why do you sound upset about everything? Harley, it's my fault. I was supposed to have booked a 1 p.m. guest.
No. Why do I sound upset? I sound upset because I'm trying to show people how easy it is, and a lot of people just keep saying, they give me the same excuse, and so I'm trying to combat the excuse with, I don't want to say the actual activity is easy, but your excuse is it's easy. So if you're telling me you don't have time, we just did something. If you're telling me like, well, I don't want to pay for a gym, well, we just stood up and sat down. If you're telling me like, well, I'm not in great shape, you literally just stood up and said, if you're telling me, look, I don't, that stuff's too easy for me, I do other things, I need something more challenging, well, Connor's in great shape, and that actually winded him, and me too.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Daniel says he's fat. He wants to know if calories keep you fat.
I mean, fat keeps you fat. Calories keep you fat. Having too many calories that you're not expending keeps you fat, right? So you're taking more in than you're expending. So you need to eat less and move more. Is the basic way of saying it.
I'm a little nervous about Connor here. You okay, Connor?
Yeah, I mean, like, You know, 50 sounded like a lot, but I'm glad I did it.
Aren't you so glad?
Yeah, no, I feel good.
Now your heart rate's down and you feel good.
Yeah,
that's a great warm-up for somebody. Like, you should do that every day.
Yeah, I probably will more now.
Oh my...
Yeah, that was great. Jenna teaches me so much.
I love that. Tomorrow we do lunges. He's like, we're having lunch tomorrow? Amazing.
That just got me hungry. I'm gonna go have a raisin.
Wait, next thing we'll do will be push-ups, but I'm gonna let you get your heart rate back.
Okay.
And then we'll do push-ups.
We're doing push-ups?
Yeah. Sounds pretty good, right?
Yeah, that sounds super fun.
This is good. Wait, write in unless you don't want to see Connor do push-ups.
Yeah, I do.
What's a push-up?
Exactly. But you want to know something? Actually, a push-up can be done so many different ways. So anyone says, well, I can't do push-ups. You can do a push-up off the wall. I taught my mom how to do push-ups off the wall. You can do push-ups off your knees. You can do push-ups off the floor. You could do plyometric push-ups where you're clapping. All 4 push-ups where your both hands and feet come off the floor. And then the hardest, I go all the way up to the hardest, would be handstand push-ups.
How do you do that with your feet coming out?
No, you lean up against something and you do like a full. I don't know if I can do it because of my shirt. Yeah, I could do it. Yeah. Here's your handstand push-up.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Whoa.
So you're right here. You ready?
Yeah. Can't do that.
Ta-da! Handstand push-up. But you work your way up to that.
Yeah.
So I do like.
My way up to that.
I don't do more than 150. Like, that's crazy.
You can do that 150 times.
No. I could probably do like. What's 5 into 150? 30. I could do 30 sets of 5.
Wow.
Anyway, that's that. All right, good. There we go. Just killed 10 minutes. What else you got? More questions? Let me hear it. What else do people want to see with Connor?
I've been doing push-ups all day long. How did she push up to the handstand? Because I just caught you at the handstand thing. How do you actually how do you get into the handstand position?
How do you get into the handstand position, or how do you get your body in a position to be able to do handstand push-ups?
I think it was specifically how to actually do that.
So it's basically just you have to have a little lower body strength to kick up.
I have very little lower body.
I know. But maybe that guy doesn't. Put yourself in a position about a foot off the wall, and then you're going to just kick with your left foot. And then you're up.
Oh, you just kick. Cool.
And then you practice taking your feet off, and you come up. Okay. We got to get Bonnie Bernstein back on. She taught me how to do the handstand.
Oh.
Hashtag Bonnie Bernstein.
Hashtag Bonnie. She has meaning.
Who else?
All right. So,
that was good, Connor.
Thank you.
Don't you feel good?
Yeah, I feel great.
Warms you up, too.
Yeah.
okay. All right.
I'll take any fitness questions. All day, every day I could do fitness.
Marcy says she loves the jeans.
Oh, I'm wearing Marcy's jeans today. These are Marcy's. Remember, she makes clothes.
She was on Thursday.
Right. So I'm wearing them. And I don't know if they go with this shirt or not, because I told you fashion's not my thing, but it felt right. Felt good.
Okay.
By the way, they're swap fame or cut.
So we have some of our
Good bad comments. It's okay.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
One second. First of all, Tony Kendall.
He's like, take your pants off.
Wow, you're clairvoyant. He didn't say that yet, but
He's coming. It's coming. I know where this is going.
Well, hey, actually, no. He said, "I hope these comments are not making you uncomfortable."
Oh, thank you, Tony. That's very nice.
Marcy said before they loved the jeans. She said that she was sorry she was a little late to the party, but she's here now.
Oh, hi, Marcy Olin.
Marnie, our Marnie says poor Connor is suffering because Jenna didn't get her morning workout in this morning.
I know. That's why. Marnie, I was going to get it in one way or another. Next thing for Lance, 150 burpees under 7 minutes. Go on.
Okay, let's do that. You want to do that now? I can actually do that.
Excuse me, you can't
in
do
under 7 minutes.
burpees.
I would actually, yeah, because by the time I get to the hospital.
Well, yeah, you have to factor in the 911 call. If you factor in the 911 call, then you could, please. When they resuscitate you.
Right, I was like, does that count as one?
That
How many burpees does that count for? Adam Clark says handstand push-ups, nice. Okay.
Thank you.
And I lost. I guess I must have lost you. Is it best to do workouts in the morning or evening?
Whatever gets you to the gym. Whenever you feel like you're strongest, you have more time, you have more energy, and you have more focus. Doesn't matter.
Okay. John had actually said that he was loving the movie polls. So can we just go see where the movie polls are and even talk about how they're grouped?
Okay. We have no more fitness questions. I feel like
if you want to do the fitness, we have no more fitness questions, right? I think that
and we said hello to everybody.
I did not say hello to everybody.
Okay. We can do. We can go into the movies.
Do you want me to finish the
whatever you think.
Okay, somebody says the show is great. They want to get it on TV. We'll get it on. This is better than everybody has these in their pocket.
These are better than TV because you could literally be like, oh, and now I'm watching, right? Because you have this all the time. You're not always in front of your TV, so this is better.
Anna says that we should have a cooking show live.
I'm in, Anna. I want to.
Kevin Robinson says, I need to start exercising. That is my New Year's resolution, although I will have been 5 years clean and sober for November 17th.
Nice, dude.
Yay
That's
for
awesome.
me.
Congratulations.
Yoda Harrelson says, I'm with Steph on Halloween.
Steph's not really into Halloween.
Okay. Right. Doreen Lasky says, Happy Halloween, guys.
Happy Halloween,
Cheryl Kuhn McLaughlin says, so having 2 donuts is not in the meal plan.
And that's such a good one.
Del Gloria says, do you have to measure your food? How many ounces of meat? I don't know what that's referring to.
Not necessarily.
What diet? Cheryl is asking what diet you're having us do.
We're doing this 30-day, sort of a combination of the paleo and the Whole 30. It's called the Simple Man's Plan. Brian Gallagher came up with this, and we are all doing it. It is no grains, no legumes. Those are the boring ones. Let's start over. No alcohol, no dairy, no processed sugar, no legumes, and no alcohol, and no grains.
Somebody's asking if we're going to have Steph on the show.
I'd love to get Steph on the show. I can't get her away from work between the hours of 11 and 3. And I can say anything I want because she doesn't get a chance to watch. So, like...
She would have to watch 4 hours to actually catch you.
Yes, basically. She can't, she's not there yet. But we're going to get her on. We'll just go, like, bombard her at work one day.
Okay.
Single ingredient food.
Stacy Barnett says, Happy Halloween, Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Christine Scafidi, I think she was talking about the fight you were having this morning with Harper.
Quinny.
Was Quinny on the
jacket?
Oh, the jacket was Quinny.
It was Quinn, yeah.
She's saying, Jen, I have one of those too. Pick your battles. Let go of the coat. Marina says, good morning.
Good morning.
Anna Christina says, hell yeah, original Pink Ladies.
Oh, good. So we're basically caught up.
Yeah, I mean, do you still eat healthy and exercise, Joseph Charles?
Yes, all day, every day.
Mary Valelli Barney says, hi Jenna from Connecticut. I ran my marathon yesterday and finished with my baby girl on my hip.
Congratulations. That's insane, actually.
Yes. By the way,
Lance ran a marathon in 1991.
You didn't have to mention it.
I didn't, but he was giving me the eye daggers.
No, I was actually just, that was just a reflection of yours.
That was the reflection of my eye daggers of you not stacking the show correctly.
Claudia Montoya says, Happy Halloween.
Is Claudia related to
Diego?
Enrique Montoya?
Enrique Montoya.
Who killed his father? I have to tell you, I don't know why I'm thinking about this. I just read that article about Jose Hernandez from Marlins. Kind of bummed me out a little bit. Right? You know, like, I don't know where I fall on. Is it okay if can I say this? I don't know. You know, like, what bums me out is that they really hailed him, and I'm sure he was a great player. On the field, I'm not talking about on the field. Absolutely held his own on the field, was a great player. So there's a difference between how unfortunate and it's awful, and he got himself into a boating accident, and like, that's terrible. He was boating at 2 a.m. Like, why are you boating at 2 a.m.? Whatever. But still, and then that's awful. Like, how horrific and how tragic. But like, he had cocaine in his system. His alcohol level was like twice the legal limit. Like, that really, really bums me out. Like, you have such a gift, And the time that you are able to use that gift is so short. And I spoke to this actually in Philly with a lot of football players. And the ones that got it would be able to say the words, hey, look, we know that our shelf life is 3 years, basically. If we're lucky, where we play for one contract. Football, NFL players, okay? So in those 3 years, like, the really smart ones invest their money, are smart about their money, take care of their body, really take care of their body, and protect themselves, and don't do stupid shit. Really, because you have the rest of your life to do it. But that's different, right? That's how they're making the money. So if they want to do something stupid, not stupid, but if you want to get crazy and like rough and all of it, take it out on the game. But I don't know, it just really, really bums me out. It's the same way I feel about like people that athletes that get behind the wheel drunk. Like somehow they feel empowered, or like they're going to be okay, or they're going to be able to skirt the law, or their handlers are going to be able to protect them. I just have a real hard time with it. I know a lot of people will probably criticize me for it, but it just is such a disappointment, and it's just so stupid. I'm sorry, it's so stupid to play around with. You won the lottery ticket. Like, there are probably tons of people that are as talented as you in the world that have never been discovered, that have never come up through the American system to be able to play baseball, and you have such an unbelievable opportunity, and it's not that you're wasting the opportunity, but you're really like playing with fire. It's like Russian roulette. You're out boating 2 a.m. with cocaine, and you're drunk, and you're all of it, and you're partying. Like, I get you want to have a good time. I don't know. You left a lot of good people behind because you wanted to do something stupid and reckless, and now you pay the ultimate price. And I just have a real hard time with it. I just had to say it because I always say it to an audience of 1. Well, an audience of 3, but Quinny and Harper don't count because they never respond. But usually to Steph, and she's usually never even home or in the room. So it's basically to myself. Anyway, there, I said it.
Yeah, Mario was saying that he was also disappointed.
Right?
About it. Yeah, I mean, look, when people have problems, like there's problems. I mean, like,
I'm not saying, I don't think he was addicted to cocaine. He
might have been.
Okay, so that's a whole different thing. Like, it sounded like he was, I don't know. I don't.
Like, it's just about like he shouldn't have had access to cocaine. I mean, like, there shouldn't have been access to cocaine in this country. I mean, that should be, I mean, there's a big.
It's a bigger conversation, obviously.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was really disappointed. I'm gonna get water.
So
keep talking. Tell me, Lance.
So, okay, where were we? We have a couple of good morning, darlings. Katie Whitman says happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Megan Mitchell.
You guys mind if I snack
Jenna.
while I'm sitting down here with you?
No, not at all. Katie says she loves loves that scarf.
Thank you.
The lady, I think we're caught up, and we can now. Oh, actually,
I'm gonna have a grape and a carrot.
Grape and no grapes.
No grapes?
I don't
What?
have grapes. I'm sorry.
Love grapes.
All right, Carrie. Oh, your mom, Mrs. Beck, is at the grocery store while she was watching you, and she's smiling.
Love your
she
shine.
gave you a smiley face. Okay, Lisa says agree 100%. Tony Kendall says he's going to be serious. Good point, Jenna. Sometimes the fame and fortune go to people's heads. Some people's heads.
All right.
Okay, so now
You want to do movies?
let's get into the movies.
Okay.
Actually,
Oh, yes.
yeah, I just put this. So
Oh, you have the brackets here. Okay, so let me just.
here's the percentages right now as I stand, and that's how I get
Oh,
there.
perfect.
Now.
Okay, so we have Shawshank Redemption.
Let me reset. All right, guys, here's what's going on. We're always arguing, your wallet fell. We're always arguing about movies here because Lance once came on and said that The Diner, or is it just Diner? Diner is the greatest movie of all time. To which I said I strenuously disagree. Do you remember what movie that was from? I disagree. Oh, well, if you strenuously disagree. No. Who's gonna do it? You, Lieutenant Weinberg? No?
I still don't know.
You need me on that wall. You want me on that wall. If it wasn't for me, guys like you. Come on. Lance.
No. Which movie? Weinberg?
No, it's with Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson and Demi
Oh,
Moore.
What's the? A Few Good Men?
A Few Good Men. Anyway, so we had this argument about movies. And so
I
we decided,
couldn't believe that you didn't know Diner.
I didn't know Diner. So we decided we'd put it out there. So
Apparently, a lot of people don't know Diner. So here are the brackets that they're up on.
So we put a bracket up of 80 teams. We narrowed it down to 64. And now we're going to do like a big tournament of movies, and then you can go and vote for of the pairs which you think is a better movie, and then we'll have the big. All right. So when does the whole thing start?
We put them up. We started. They run till. I think they run most of them. Most of the questions run till either Thursday or Friday.
Okay.
So by Thursday or Friday, we'll have the brackets. We'll be down to 32 movies, and then we'll have them grouped off, each week until we actually get to the final thing. So this will be carrying on for a little bit of time.
Great.
The first group, and these just came in randomly. Like we didn't team them. We didn't bracket them off in any.
Are these movies that are in or out?
These are the movies that are in.
How many movies are you going to be listing off here?
We're going to have 32 brackets. We're going to talk about the 32 brackets, 64 movies. Quickly.
Okay.
Like we have 8 minutes till Ashen this year.
Ashen.
All right, so we basically have Shawshank Redemption is up against Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman is in at 41%. Shawshank Redemption has 59%.
Okay, at this rate, we're going to get through 5.
Well, let's see where you come out on, and
I say Pretty Woman.
Okay, Elf or Sweet Home Alabama. Elf is in the lead, 68 to
you could just say
32%. No, but it's important to sort of see the magnitude.
Well, I just thought about trying to get.
You'll see. Oh, we'll go through.
Right.
Godfather or Flamingo Kid. Godfather, right?
Godfather.
Okay, Godfather's leading 91 to 9. Apparently, my movie choices are going to be eliminated very quickly. Tommy Boy. Our Blazing Saddles.
Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy is up 67 to 33. Airplane or History of the World.
Oh, that's the two you put up against each other? All right, History of the World is actually a better movie.
History of the World, 17%. Airplane, 83%.
It's not. It's just that people haven't seen. If you go back and see History of the World.
I mean, that's going to be my
Inquisition. Hey, Takamata, what do you say? Let's go back.
Okay, Old School or The Jerk.
Old School.
63 to 37. Prince of Tides or A Fish Called Wanda.
Come on, that's not fair. I can see what's happening now. Those are my 2 best movies. There's no way you put those up against each other.
I just put them in it.
No, you didn't. There's no way that of 80 movies you happen
Prince
to put
of Tides or
2.
Fish Called Wanda.
Because you said those 2 movies when we were doing the original one, so they just have.
You'll be very happy with the next
Prince
one.
of Tides.
Fish Called Wanda is actually Fish Called Wanda is in the lead, 56 to 44.
All right, well, it's close.
E.T. or Diner. Those are my 2.
I haven't even seen Diner. I'm going to say Diner over E.T.
E.T. 88 to 12.
Oh boy.
Breakfast Club or Beautiful Girls.
Beautiful Girls.
Breakfast Club 97. Beautiful Girls 3.
Only because no one has seen Beautiful Girls. Trust me, go see it. It has nothing to do with Beautiful Girls.
Yeah, I think that might be part of what happens here. West Side Story or Die Hard.
Die Hard.
West Side Story 53 to 47. Saving Private Ryan or Outlaw Josie Wales.
Outlaw Josie Wales.
74 to 26. Sound of Music or Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars 58 to 42. That's much closer than I would have thought. Rocky movies or James Bond.
James Bond.
67 to 33. Rocky.
Oh.
Back to the Future or Grease.
Well, it depends. If it's Back to the Future 1 versus Grease 2.
It's all the Back to the Future movies against all the Grease movies.
All right, Back to the Future.
It's 52 to 48% so far. Wizard of Oz or Willy Wonka.
Wizard of Oz.
67 to 33 in favor of Wizard of Oz. Clueless or Last of the Mohicans.
Clueless.
Clueless is up 67 to 33. Schindler's List or Gladiator.
Gladiators.
Schindler's List is up 65 to 35.
Really?
Yeah. That's going to be my. Actually, Schindler has a scene.
Yeah.
Princess Bride or Goodwill
Princess
Hunting.
Bride.
Goodwill Hunting is up 55 to 45.
At least it's close.
Vacation or One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
It's got to be Vacation.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's
Come on,
Nest
guys.
at 68%.
Guys.
Ferris Bueller or Love Actually.
Love Actually.
Ferris Bueller is up 73 to 27. Dumb and Dumber or The Usual Suspects.
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber is up 51 to 49. The Lion King or Silence of the Lambs.
I guess Silence of the Lambs.
Lion King is up 61 to 39. Goodfellas or Pulp Fiction.
Goodfellas.
Goodfellas is up 57 to 43. Indiana Jones or Stand By Me.
Indiana Jones.
Up 68 to 32. Karate Kid or Animal House.
Karate Kid.
Animal House up 52 to 48.
It's close. It's close.
Mrs. Doubtfire or
Yes.
Ocean's 11.
Oh! Ocean's 11.
Mrs. Doubtfire is
No!
up 63 to 37. Mystic Pizza or Top Gun.
Come on! There's no way that you're putting all my movies up against each other.
We're just gonna. It's.
Fine, Top Gun, but I loved Mystic Pizza.
I know, but Top Gun's up 75 to 25, so Mystic
Well, I
Pizza
know,
wouldn't
but
have
if you
made
put
it-
Mystic
wouldn't have made
Pizza
it
up
through.
against like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Mystic Pizza would win. Go.
Well, we could have ended up with your movies being up against. Like, we could have ended up with your 8 movies against the top 8 movies of all time, and they would have all
I
been
know.
eliminated in the first
All
one.
right, go on.
Slumdog Millionaire or No Country for Old Men.
I mean, I didn't see anyone, so I'll say No Country.
Slumdog is up 64 to
It's
36.
like I have no movie sense.
Castaway or Hurt Locker.
Oh, Castaway.
It's up 78 to 22. A Beautiful Mind or $1 Million Baby.
$1 Million Baby.
A Beautiful Mind is up 55 to 45.
Okay, it's close.
Mean Girls or Inglourious Bastards.
Who voted Mean Girls in? Inglourious Bastards.
Mean Girls is up 58 to 42.
Wow.
Actually, who did put Mean Girls? We must
Why did I
be
get
reading
it?
it one day. Okay. Anchorman or Field of Dreams.
Anchorman.
Field of Dreams
Come
is
on!
up 61 to 39. And what time is it? Did we make it? You guys should not have come in until I was. I got it in 7 minutes. We got through all of it.
So what does this mean now?
So now there's still a few more days for people to vote.
Where do they go to vote?
They go on the Jenna Wolfe. They go at Jenna Wolfe Show on something called Twitter.
So go on Twitter to the at Jenna Wolfe Show.
And what we're going to do is we're going to put up an event page on Facebook.
It's already up.
It's up?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll be tracking it there also with some links, and people can discuss the movies, and we'll get going.
That'll be good.
Yep. And now we have
Ashen
and
Bagashin. Nikki
look,
Pope.
Nikki Pope is here also.
How was your show the other day?
It was amazing.
Amazing.
It's amazing.
I'm good. I'm still recovering.
Me too.
Yeah.
What are you recovering from?
You want to smoke?
Whatever Lance wants.
Yeah, let's just cut it.